going to be asking our panel members how they've used their experience in Toastmasters, especially their leadership experience in other areas of their life. First, we're going to start with Distinguished Toastmaster Joe Pye. Joe, how have you used all the numerous leadership positions you've had in Toastmasters? How have you turned that experience into something you can use in other areas of your life?
Mickey, this is such an important and critical question because we don't really appreciate how well Toastmasters prepares us for our professional and personal lives. Here's what I've learned. Toastmaster leadership is focused on serving others, individual members. When they do well, clubs do well. When clubs do well, areas do well, and so on and so on. It's true in our family life, in our personal relationships, as well as in our professional organizations. Everything begins with the individual and then grows from there. The most important lesson I learned from Toastmasters through district leadership is that the Toastmaster core values of integrity, respect, service, and excellence are fantastic roadmaps for professional and personal success. Let's just think about it. Integrity means that I am going to do what I say I'm going to do. And that's your calling card in life, no matter what walk of life you find yourself in. Respect for others elicits respect for you. And then it becomes a much higher order of actions with each other. Service, yes. As a leader, we're there to serve others. Even a corporate leader, they're there to serve their clients. And often some corporations forget this. But if we can remember what is our purpose for being, what are our values, then we can stay true to them. And finally, excellence in everything that we do. I think I mentioned before that my belief is that leadership is truly influence. And simply put, influence is the capacity to have an effect on the character, development, or behavior of someone. And that can be life-changing. If you can get someone to change the way they think or they do things, you're influencing that person. I was able to use this in my professional life as a student advisor at the community college. We would get a lot of students who had not experienced success at university, had dropped out, had major financial burdens, and now they were coming to community college just to get a 2-year degree. Their attitude was not positive. They didn't know what they needed to do to succeed. And I insisted on meeting with each of them individually to tell them, look, I'm rooting for your success. I'm here for you. My door is always open. But here are things that you've got to put in. You cannot cut class. You've got to attend your classes. You've got to take your studies seriously. And you have to figure out a plan. I'm not a financial advisor, but I'll put you in touch with someone. That way you can work on how to get rid of your financial loans. Opening that door to someone who's looking for help is leadership. And I learned that in Toastmasters, applied it to my professional life, and I was also able to apply it to my children as they were graduating from high school, going off to college. You're trying to trust them to do the right things when they're 3,000 miles away in another state. And I found that these Toastmaster values were really helpful. I have internalized those values to where they come naturally to me now. And if I don't remember, someone will tell me, hey, where's your integrity? Where's your excellence? That's what Toastmasters has taught me.
Wow, what an answer, Joe.
I know that was fantastic.
That was good.
That was excellent. Yes.
And
Yes.
just one little piece of what you said in there, are you telling me Toastmasters made you a better mother?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it does. I have to agree with that.
My daughter will attest to that. You can ask her.
That is great. That is great. All right. Well, next I want to go to you, Christy. Christy, it's your turn to share. How have you used some of your experience as a leader and Toastmaster in other areas of your life, or maybe you have a different perspective on all this?
Well, I want to talk about it from the business perspective. My role was as a more technical project manager. I'm now retired, but it is something where the confidence that you build in Toastmasters to be comfortable speaking in front of a large group, say a steering committee or a large project team of many people, that organizational practice, that opportunity to be there and be ready for whatever comes your way, be prepared for that, to me has been enhanced significantly by having my experiences both communicating and in club leadership, to be able to be flexible and be ready for what comes your way.
And you mentioned that you're now retired. I know for many people who retire, they're like, okay, now what? Toastmasters has helped give you, one thing to answer that question.
Absolutely. I took early retirement when it was the thing. If you didn't take that, you'd be on the next layoff list. And I wasn't ready to take retirement. So I took the project management skills I had been applying in the workplace and was able to parlay them into opportunities. And in fact, to me, it was a great help that after I was area director, I took on a couple of supporting roles. I was demo chair and then quality education chair, coordinating TLI trainers and such. That prepared me so much that I was confident that I could step into a division director role that I would not have been if I had not taken on those supporting roles. And that the support definitely is a plus. And rewarding too. You get to work with so many people and meet so many people that I wouldn't have met otherwise, and opportunities to just have a good time along with being effective and helping others.
Very cool. All right. Next, we're going to go to you, Clee. Clee, tell us a little bit, share with us how you've used your experience in Toastmasters in other areas of your life.
I want to piggyback on Joe regarding the children piggybacking off of what they've learned from you from Toastmasters. My son is the person that I think that definitely has picked up a lot of the things that I've learned from Toastmasters. Today will be my first time ever doing a podcast. Like I was sharing with you all earlier, my son had a last project for his criminal justice class and they did a podcast. And the podcast went well. I'm walking through the house, I hear him. And then after he was done, he was like, "Whew, I'm done." He was like, "But I need to go to Toastmasters." And I stopped. I was like, "Well, why?" He was like, "I don't do well talking in front of people, the camera." He's like, "And I hear how you talk when you're on Zoom with Toastmasters." He was like, "I need to take Toastmasters, Mom. I have the ideals in my head, but they just don't come out right when I try to convey that to other people." And I had no idea when I was doing Zoom for Toastmasters during the time that COVID was running rampant, that my son was actually picking up on things while I was speaking. And I even noticed for myself when I start to speak to other people, especially for work, how I can turn on my Toastmasters and turn it off real quick. So yes, I use Toastmasters definitely in my home, and it's definitely is reflected on my son. I'm hoping that he joins a club that he feels comfortable with, not the club that I have, but a club he likes. So he can also feel confident with his speaking abilities, and with him going to college, graduating, he knows how important it is to actually to speak well in front of people, to convey your ideas, and also know that, hey, I have someone that taught me how to become this person. So, my son.
Yeah, that's a great lesson. When we're outside of Toastmasters, people who know we're in Toastmasters, we're representing Toastmasters to all those people in those different areas of our life. And that's a lesson for anything when you work for a company. whether you like it or not, you represent that company
That's right.
in other places that you go, and it's a
right.
good lesson to learn.
That's definitely correct.
All right. Well, that's going to wrap it up then for our bonus episode of hearing about how leadership experiences in Toastmasters has impacted other areas of our life. It's been really fun getting your stories, Joe, Clee, and Christy. And that'll wrap up this bonus episode of D50 After Dark.